everybody. I don't know if anybody can show up at this because we didn't schedule it, but it's just me, Keith. Garrett's done a few of these, and I thought, well, what the hell, I'll do one of these. And just going to talk about next week's show. We talked about it, and as you guys know, one of my biggest influences is Art Bell, and he died on April 13th, so next week is April 13th on our show for Tuesday, so we're going to do a show about Art Bell and talk about his life, and I think me and Garrett are going to discuss our favorite episodes on Art Bell. He was really the king of late night paranormal. He started as he had a radio show, I think it was in Las Vegas, and it was a political show. And what happened is someone had called in on his show and reported UFO sightings, and he said as soon as that happened, everybody was calling in about, and that's all they wanted to talk about was UFOs and different paranormal things, and that's what gave Art the idea to do that. And then he went to Coast, or created that show actually, which was a very interesting show. It's still on today. George Norrie has taken it over. And so we thought that might be a cool show. Some good news is Pam and I closed on our house today, so we got all that paperwork out of the way, and we officially own this home now. So there's my lovely wife Pam there. Audio's glitching. Well, of course it is. Hang on, let me try something real quick. Let's see if that helps out. I just restarted it. So Pam, you're obviously watching, so how is it sounding now? Is it better? Had to restart it. I really would like to get away from OBS and to find a good live stream that's easy to see. Hey, there's my coworker, Adelita. How are you doing? Yep, Adelita, I was just on here. We're talking about doing a show on Art Bell. He was one of my big influences for me even doing this show. He went on to Coast, and he was, like I said earlier, I don't know if you saw some of this, but he was the king of the king of late night paranormal shows. He started it all, really, for paranormal shows. I mean, all these guys who do, Jimmy Church, all these other guys who do these shows, it's because of him. So I'm good, thank you, Adelita. I'm doing great, and I won't be at work the rest of the week because we closed on a house today, and we got all the paperwork signed, and we will be moving for the next 5 days probably, and probably longer than that, and then I've got to come back and fix this house up to get it sold. So we're real excited about that. So we're really looking to it. Hey, Charles O, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I just came on here for a little short video, just to let everybody know we're going to do a show on Art Bell. Yeah, it's really weird I don't know on the chat if like you guys have been watching, and I'm just repeating, like when I see you pop up, then I figure, okay, well, they just got on. I don't know how it works. Like I was saying earlier, I really want to get away. I'm using OBS, and I really want to get away from it and use something different that's a little bit easier. There's a lot of glitches with OBS. I mean, we have problems like when I try to show a video clip, it'll start stuttering is what I call it, and it's just really weird. Hey, Mel, how you doing? But for you guys who are just joining in, again, and you may have heard this, I don't know, but our next show is going to be celebrating the life of Art Bell. He died April 13th, 2018, and he's a huge influence on me. He's the reason I'm doing this, and he started late paranormal, late night radio, and everybody after him were just copycats. So in fact, most of the guys, the professional guys who really do this for a living, they actually would fill in for Art when he was off, and it's how they got their start. So if it wasn't for Art, then, these guys wouldn't be where they're at. Yeah, Mel, I'm sorry. I heard you were sick. I know you said your family's got corona, and I hope you haven't caught that. If your chest is feeling heavy, go to the doctor. That's how mine started. That and a lot of sneezing. Um, yeah, is my mic too low? Okay, hear me. I'll crank it up a little bit. I'm not talking as loud as I usually do, and that might be part of it. So I'll get a little bit closer. Maybe that's better. Let me know, Charles, if you can hear that okay. But yeah, Garrett did a few of these little, videos where he's talking about the show. And I've never done one. I thought, well, what the heck? I'll come on here and just let you guys know about the next show. And I think that's good because sometimes we get to the point where, we know what we're going to do, but we get lazy and we don't announce it till like the day before the show. So anyway, so how's the mic? Is the mic sounding okay, everybody? Mel, Charles, what do you think? Adelita, can you guys hear me okay? It was glitching a little bit, but like I said, it's this crazy OBS software. My wife is going to start looking into some streaming software, and I think we might go another route with that. It's just I have too much. I love the program, but there's too many things I want to show you guys sometimes, and the audio won't work right when I'm showing a video, and sometimes it happens even with the slides on it as well. Okay, yes, good now. I meant to tell you that about 20 shows ago. Yeah, you brought that up, Charles. It's funny because I was watching our repeat video yesterday, and it does sound like that you kind of have to crank the volume up on your TV if you're watching it on that or your phone. So I'm going to probably start really upping the levels on these so it's a little bit better, so you guys can kind of let me know if it starts distorting or anything like that. Then we can fix it. Because it's like if I watch one of our videos and then I go to another YouTube video, I have to like turn it down really quick because it's blaring. But okay, so everybody's saying it sounds good. Okay, so yeah, so like I said, I just came on here just to let you guys know we're doing a show on Art Bell. This is probably the 7th time I've said this, but again, like I said in the chat room, when people show up, I don't know if you're actually watching and you're not in the chat room. So I don't know who's watching. It says there's 4 people. So I think that's about everybody we have in the chat room. But yeah, Art Bell was a big influence on me. Everybody loved him. He was just a great guy. And we're going to share, like me and Garrett, we're going to share some of our favorite episodes that Art did and talk about him a little bit. About we'll do a brief thing on his career. We won't make it long and boring. We're like I was telling everybody, we're trying to cut down a lot of the reading that we do and get more into the discussion. I think that's more interesting anyway. Let's see, what's Mel saying? I've been sleeping on and off, Mel. That's what you need to say. I'm just messing with you. For the past 5 days now. Yeah, you better get checked. You've been around people who's had corona or COVID. Probably be a good idea to, you can get those tests for free. I went to my CVS and that's how I found out I had COVID back in December. So you probably need to do that. Yeah, I agree, Charles. Art Bell, he was awesome. I had the pleasure of actually calling in and getting on a show. And so it's kind of cool. It's like even after I'm dead and gone, I'm going to be in the archives. And Garrett had did the same thing. Garrett had called in as well. And so it's like I said, it's kind of neat, even after I'm dead and gone, those will be there forever just the fact that I got to speak to the guy was really awesome. And just too bad he passed away. But he was in a lot of pain and he ended up getting COPD later in his life. They were saying it was getting real hard for him just to even talk on the radio without getting short of breath. And that's he came back, I think it was 2017, and then I think he was only on for maybe 4 or 5 months, maybe not even that long. And then he got someone else to host a show and he produced the show. His health was just getting worse and worse. And then he finally passed away. But, anyway, that's all. I just wanted to get on here and just tell you guys that's the next show. We are going to do a show on EVPs. My good friend Matt Sullivan sent me some EVPs that he had captured in 2006, and I thought, man, that would be a great idea. I can find, I've got my own EVPs. Plus, there's really creepy EVPs on the internet I can find for you guys to listen to. We can talk about those. And Matt has some real In fact, the hairs on my arm were kind of standing up. It was pretty creepy. But so I think we'll probably do an EVP show probably in the next couple of months, and I'll give you guys plenty of time. Hopefully, we'll do it before that because I'm excited. Like I said, that idea just popped in my mind when he had sent me those. So I'm looking forward to that show. And then I do want to still do one, like I told you guys last night on the JFK assassination with, they released 20 million documents, and there's some really compelling evidence of what really happened in Dallas that day and who was really responsible and who was behind the whole thing. So I'm thinking that's going to be a cool thing too. Hey, Bubba Randy, how you doing, buddy? I texted you a picture of the house, and did you see how dirty that pool was? But fortunately, Pam has a friend that she works with that cleans pools, and she's going to come and open our pool, get it cleaned out. And then we're also talking about maybe doing a few shows outside of the pool, possibly. I don't know. Maybe. We'll just see. My wife brought up, water and electronics, probably not a good idea. And it's like, well, we'll see. I'll do it for you guys if you want it. And maybe we'll have a few drinks and out by the pool and have a good time. And I think it'll be fun for everybody. But anyway, I guess I'm going to get off of here and just let you guys know what the next show is going to be. And EVPs are going to be coming up soon. And then the JFK thing will be coming up soon. I'm going to take a little time on the JFK thing because there's a lot of documents that, like I said, that was released. And I want to get everything, not all 20 million documents, of course, but just get you guys the evidence and everything that points towards a certain country that may have had a hand in this and kind of a screw up with our CIA. Not intentionally trying to kill Kennedy, but maybe had a hand in it indirectly. So anyway, yeah, Randy, you still had my book, 6 Seconds in Dallas. I never got that back from you. That's in a collector's item, by the way, now. I think you gave it to your mom is what it was. But, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, that was back in my conspiracy days when I thought there was, 3 shooters or whatever, 2 shooters. And as I started studying it, I'm knowing now that wasn't the case. All right, guys. Thank all you guys for coming on for this little bitty show that I'm doing here. Not a show, just an update. And I'll see you guys Tuesday. We're going to, like I said, do Art Bell, celebrate Art Bell's life. And hopefully you don't have COVID, Mel. That would be bad. But hey, when I had it, I had viruses that was 10 times worse than COVID. I was one of the lucky ones that it didn't get in my lungs. It did for one day. My chest started getting really tight the very first day I had it, which kind of scared me. And then like within a day, I could breathe fine and everything was okay. I just sneezed a lot and it was just like having a bad sinus infection. The only thing that really got me was the fatigue, and the fatigue it'll hang on to you for 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, it takes about 6 weeks to get back on your feet, but it's not like you're, trying to get air in. To me, that's horrible. I feel so sorry for the people who had to go through the bad part of that were in ICU. I had a buddy that's actually in ICU, healthy guy, and his O2 sats were 83, but he came through it. But anyway, all right, Charles, see you Tuesday. Randy, I'll see you Tuesday. Mel, I'll see you Tuesday if you're not sick. If you got a chance to watch, go ahead and tune in. It looks like Tuesdays are going to be the day that we're going to start doing this now. Like I said, Garrett, he owns a soccer company. And he trains kids, and so his schedule's pretty crazy sometimes, but he said Tuesdays are going to be good for quite some time. But that doesn't say that, in 6 months, he'll say, oh, I can't do Tuesdays anymore. I can only do Thursdays. And then we're back to Thursdays. So who knows? All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining in. I will see you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching our show, supporting our show. We really appreciate it. And please share, like, and subscribe so we can get a big, big family in this thing and have really good conversations. All right. See you guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you Tuesday.